Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Check out this super cool 2021 Ford Bronco. This one is the Big Bend with the Sasquatch package, but this one isn't a stock one. This one actually was upfitted by DSI, and it has a whole bunch of cool aftermarket upgrades I'll show you guys. Once you guys see all the upgrades on this, you'll realize how much stuff you really can do to these new Ford Broncos. So many accessories, so many things you can do. But let's walk around it real quick. So starting off in the front here, you can see it is a Big Bend. So obviously you have the cool carbonized gray painted grille with the white Bronco lettering. But this one has this really cool winch on it. You can see there. And it has this really cool metal bumper with LED and like where fog lights would normally be. Look at the headlights here. You can see you have the LED accent lighting for here. And then you have LED reflectors for the headlights and the high beam. This one is carbonized gray. And you can see it has these really cool aftermarket wheels and tires on it. These ones are actually 37s. So you can see just how big they really are. They're really beefy looking. Got airplanes, of course. And this one has an upgraded suspension. And there's so many little minor specifications and stuff. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself, because it's hard to remember everything. But yeah, this definitely is really cool. You can see it's the soft top. Soft top I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, the Bronco is so cool that soft top, you know, I can kind of ignore it. You can see the mirrors aren't attached to the door because you can take off the door. So that's really cool. I like that smart design right there. And also the doors are frameless, so there's no frame around the doors. That's another cool thing. Smart key access on this one. And you can see it has these really cool aftermarket running boards. These are really solid. And excuse the dirt and stuff, I just had to spray it off because it was a little bit dirty. This one does have LED taillights, which is really cool. Looking at the back here, you can see you have the full-size spare tire on the back. You have your backup camera in the middle. Really cool design right there. LED third brake light. This one has an aftermarket bumper, which looks really cool. The parking sensors are well integrated in there, and also these really cool pods, LED pods for the back. You got a little trailer tow hitch down there. And I'll put on the screen what it can tow if I can find it. But yeah, this thing is just really beefy, especially with these aftermarket upgrades. And normally the Sasquatch package would have these really wide fender flares. I like the stock fender flares better than this design, but that's just me. Let's go ahead and check under the hood of this Bronco. All right guys, just pop the hood here. You can see there's no sort of liner up there, which is kind of interesting. And this one has the upgraded 2.7 twin turbo V6. There's actually two different power outputs. There's one on 87 octane and there's one on 93 octane. I'll try to put them on the screen for you guys, but it makes over 400 pound-feet of torque, which is really impressive. Torque is mainly your concern when you have a big vehicle like this. And there's quite a bit of room to work around. You can see the turbo right there. It's kind of cool. Has a really big solid battery, so I'm sure that will last a long time, and it's good for powering all the accessories. But yeah, there's your 2.7 twin turbo V6. Doesn't get the best fuel economy though, and especially with these upfits and the has a little bit of a lift, and then these 37s, definitely not going to get good fuel economy, but that's perfectly fine when you have a cool off-road vehicle like this. Well, let's go ahead and hop inside and check out this door panel. Excuse the dirt, like I said, it was off-roaded a little bit earlier, but feeling up here, it's all hard touch on this one. It is soft touch right here though, which is nice. It has these cool nets. You can hook stuff on there or whatever you need to do. You can see it has a little area where you can lift the door off. So if you were to take it off, you can lift it off there. And if you guys are concerned about payload, all that stuff, I'll show you guys these stickers so you guys can check it out for yourself to see if you can get all the information you need on there. All right guys, go ahead and start it up. Smart key access and push button start on this one, of course. The engine actually sounds pretty cool. Sounds just like the F-150s. But right off the bat, I love this new gauge cluster. So to control it, you have these buttons over here. All right, so let's go ahead and go through some stuff. So we have gauges. You can see there it shows your turbo boost. Pretty sure that's coolant temperature. Transmission temperature, I believe, is the other one, and then battery voltage. There's a turbo gauge, oil temperature, trans temp. Oh yeah, okay, so it kind of goes through all the, okay, there's the off-road. So if you turn the wheel, you can see it shows your steering degree there. So that's pretty cool. Pitch and roll, that's also really cool off-road information that you'd need. Power distribution, And this one does have four-wheel drive auto. I love four-wheel drive auto because then if it's like rainy or wet conditions or snow, you don't have to worry about the system binding, anything like that. You can just put it in 4 auto and it's like an all-wheel drive. And then other buttons on the steering wheel, you see you have your voice commands. This is so that you can pull up different options on here. My view, trip, fuel. You can do all kinds of stuff in here. And if I get a chance in the future, I'll do a video dedicated to going through all the screens on the Bronco, this one and that one. But I'm gonna mainly focus on doing just kind of a quick review for you guys. You can see the speedometer over there looks really cool. And then the RPMs are right here. So that's kind of an interesting design they did. Then you have your speedometer and then your fuel gauge is on the screen actually. The steering wheel is nice and soft, has good leather wrapping. Then if you look on this side, you have your light controls, parking brake, and then your hood release. And if you look over in the middle here, this one has the 8-inch screen. It's not the upgraded 12-inch screen. And it's running Sync 4, and it's pretty responsive. Yeah, that's really impressive. Yeah, it's very responsive, at least this one that I have. So that's really nice. And then if you guys want to see all the driver assist stuff, you can just click here. So this is all the stuff that this Bronco includes. So if you guys are curious about all the technology, there you go. So Sync 4, really nice. Up here you have your front differential locker, your rear differential locker. This is the trail turn assist, traction control, and then your hazards. And then to push the button, you just press right here. Bronco lettering and this black plastic trim. Not a huge fan of this black plastic, but for an off-roader type vehicle, it's no problem. Then looking down here, there's your audio controls, your auto start stop. This one has dual zone climate control and heated seats, which is really cool. And then you have heated mirrors. This is kind of cool. It looks kind of like the front of the Bronco. It's like the headlights and everything like that. It's a little plaque showing where it's built. Then looking down here, it's kind of hard to see. There's like a tray in the way. But you got 2 USBs. Looking down here, you got your 2 cup holders. And here's the GOAT modes, which is really cool. So let's test this out. Okay, so we're in normal, which is all the way to the left. Eco, sport, slippery, mud ruts, and sand. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And then obviously it'll adjust the 4-wheel drive accordingly. We'll have to test out sport mode a little bit later, but it's not very laggy, so that's what I really like. Like the Explorer can be a little bit laggy up there. This is actually pretty decent. Then obviously you have your window switches over here because you take off the doors, and this one has automatic for all 4 windows. There's your mirror controls. It's over here. You have a locking center console, and this one has some sort of like safe or something in here. Like I said, this one does have a lot of upfits and stuff on it. You can see you can lock some stuff in there. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Then looking at the glove box. Okay, just normal, decent size. It doesn't seem to have a light. I wish they put a light in there. I wish Ford would do that on all their cars, but that's fine. If you look up top here, you have the automatic dimming rear view mirror. You have all these cool auxiliary switches to control light bars and all the stuff that you have onto your Bronco. LED lighting for the inside. This one is the soft top, like I mentioned earlier. And I'm 6'5" and I have a tremendous amount of headroom. So headroom will not be an issue if you're tall. And if you look at these visors here, looks like just standard bulbs, unfortunately, but you do have illuminated vanity mirrors, which is nice. And I like that the top is black. But let's go ahead and check out the back seat and see if there's any room with a tall person like me in the front, because that's what I'm really curious to see. All right, guys, I just opened up the back door here. It is hard touch up here, and it is soft right here, so it's basically the same as the front. I'll show you guys what it looks like first. No armrest on this one, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And then on all Broncos, to my knowledge, you can't get rear AC vents on any Broncos. I think there is still some vents underneath the seat, but come on, I wish they put air vents right here. That's a big deal for a lot of people, especially here in Vegas. It's so hot, people want air. Got little back pockets over here. Seats are pretty comfortable. They're very firm though, so they're comfortable but firm. So let's go ahead and hop inside here. Okay, here's my legroom sitting behind myself. So I mean, I can sit back here on short trips just fine. The seat doesn't go forward and backward or anything, but yeah, I mean, it's good enough. And especially if you have a shorter person up front, you'll have a lot more room for the back. So I'm sure it'll accommodate the majority of families. If you guys are thinking of using this as a family vehicle as well. But yeah, definitely keep in mind the no armrest here and then the no AC vents. So that is something to think about. But let's go ahead and check out this trunk area real quick. All right, guys, just popped it open here. You can see this one has some more upfits on this tailgate here. You have a little table that you can pull down. Pull that down for you guys. There you go. And you can see it has the swing gate design here. This has this huge box, which might be locked right now. I think it's locked. But this basically just has a bunch of storage compartments in it. But I heard from my coworkers that it rattles around when you're driving, so I don't recommend getting this. Got a little LED light with a Bronco logo on it. Got a 12 volt. And then if you look on the other side, looks like you have a little bit of tie downs and stuff in here. But there's actually quite a bit of room behind this seat, so you can fit a lot of stuff back here. Well, let's go ahead and close this back up. It's kind of a weird design, obviously because it's a different style of vehicle. Let's go ahead and close that up. But let's get to my favorite part. I wanted to see how this thing drives. So like I said, it does have the 2.7. So let's go ahead and get this out on the road and see how it drives, especially with all this lift and wheels and tires and stuff. All right guys, just got myself situated here, so let's go ahead and get going. This has a nice feel to it. Like, I like that. That feels nice. Parking brake is off. Let's get going here. Wow, so you're sitting up really high in this thing. And I haven't driven the 2.3 four-cylinder yet, but one thing I'll tell you is that the 2.7 has great throttle response. It's very smooth so far, but again, we'll have to double check when we get onto the street. Steering feels nice. All right, guys, time to get it on the street. Let's see how it performs. Wow, so right off the bat, throttle response is extremely good. You barely have to step on the pedal and you get moving quick. That's very impressive. I don't want to do anything crazy here, but let's actually put it in 4 auto. Boom. And let's go to sport mode. So there's no one behind us right now. Okay, now let's take off here. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. I know everyone loves the Bronco and stuff, but it definitely doesn't feel all that fast. But when you're cruising around normally, it feels definitely really quick because it has so much low end and gives you a lot of punch down low. But yeah, that did not feel all that quick. But mind you, this one has aftermarket wheels and tires, which are really heavy, and you know, some lift and a whole bunch of upfits on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is well over 5,200 pounds. But yeah, that acceleration isn't like all that impressive, but I don't think the Jeep's is that crazy either, which is the competitor. And I know there's been a lot of people that have been wondering, they're like, oh, they should put a 5.0 in the Broncos. Yes, that would be cool. It would sound great, but I mean, the 5.0 is an engine that does not have a lot of low-end torque. So for a vehicle like this, you kind of want the low-end torque. So the turbo engines are really good for that. Let's put it in 2-wheel. Go 2-wheel high. We're still in sport mode. We'll see how it is when we get off onto the street here. Here we go. Hey, gotta be careful here. All right, let's. I mean, it's not bad. Let's take this corner. I mean, for how big and heavy it is, it handles pretty good. Let's floor it again. Oh man. Okay, I don't want you guys to get mad at me in the comments, but at least a heavy one like this, the acceleration is not all that impressive. Let's put it back in normal mode here. There we go. Normal mode, so now we can just cruise around. Still has really good throttle response. We're gonna get on a little bit here. Oh, wow, that was a pleasant surprise. Wow, the brakes are actually really good. And I can't stress this enough, this one has a bunch of aftermarket stuff on it, so it's super heavy. And the brakes are actually really good. Hear a little turbo whistle and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love sports cars, so this wouldn't be like my kind of vehicle, but it's definitely really, really cool. And hope a lot of you guys test one out, see how it is. Let me know how you guys like it. And let me know what you guys think of the Bronco. It's really cool. Don't mind the 5.0 over there. All right, guys, sorry about that. GoPro powered off because it's so freaking hot. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the new Bronco. I definitely think it's really cool, but the acceleration isn't anything to write home about. But when you're driving normally, really good. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.